what I want to know, especially since you're a defender, I was a defender. Who's the first when you first got to the league?
I was a defender too.
Stop.
No, you wasn't.
Don't do that.
No, you wasn't.
You're the scorer, shooter at that.
3-point shooter. He used to post up.
You
he
can
don't
dunk
do
a
that
little
no
bit,
more.
but
In the second, later part of my career, I was a defender.
No. You used to bully
first off,
people.
you're a defender first, and then you start to lose your mobility, so then you become a 3-point. It's
Nah,
not
I
the other
did
way
the
around.
opposite way. That's what I
you
did.
did not.
Exactly.
I did.
Exactly. What I said. Like,
Disrespectful.
us being
man.
defenders,
Yeah,
you know.
stay over there. Stay in the lane.
Yeah, us being
Shoot it.
defender.
You just like him because he wore number 21 like you.
Hey, bro. We'll get into that later. Let's talk defender talk, you know, because he's not a defender. You know, you defend.
Every time you say, you don't see how every time he say, you got to put together a compilation. Time out. We need to put together a compilation of him saying I don't do that.
You
got video? And the guest saying that I do.
You got video support your theory?
Who? Tricks. Q a defender?
Yeah, he defended. I'm not saying he was a
defended
lockdown
who?
defender, but he defended when we need to.
Everybody got to play. Steve Kerr get in the game. He got to defend somebody. He can't just stand out there and shoot three.
Like when we need, like he know when to lock in. I know when I know
Lock
when he
in
lock
who?
in.
Who he locking up who?
I'm not saying you. He never been.
Bro, what you talking about? I was guarding Kobe.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That because the first defender they put on him probably got a couple of fouls.
No, that's the game plan. That's how we start. What you talking about? When we play the Spurs, I got Ginobili or Tony Parker.
You have to start.
I don't.
I don't remember that, man. You're not the defender.
You ain't gotta remember it.
So low key, like actually, no joke. He did start on them because what happened was we always put Steve in the corner
on Bruce Bowen.
On Bruce Bowen. Yeah. So like yeah.
Yeah, it got to be something to put him on it.
Yeah, but then him and Joe is switching though.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
They ain't switching on me because I'm guarding.
Q is not a defender, Tricks. I know that's your old teammate, but he's just not a defender. We talk about defensive players. You know, we're defenders. You know, me and you, we play defense. So when you want,
why didn't you say Q?
What?
He trying to take shots.
Why didn't you say Q?
Come on, we talk about real defenders talk. This is the segment for real defenders. So us as being defenders, how was it for you? Pat was just on you about playing defense. How was it for you to win your first Defensive Player of the Year?
What a tribute to Pat. I mean, I went in my freshman year in college playing defense the way that I thought I knew how to, like the way that in my mind defense was to be played. And I remember the first practice, Pat yelled at me so hard. I was like, man, I literally thought about going home after that. And I'm so glad I stayed. But through the course of 4 years, she taught me what it meant to be a great defender.
This is a conversation that's not for Q, that's for real defenders. Defensive Player of the Year. When you won Defensive Player of the Year, I know like with the defense, you really when you win that, it shows that what you bring.
That right there, though. We just
that's love.
You wasn't the defender. You shot threes. You wasn't the defender.
Hey, Joakim, ask him who win in one-on-ones. I lock his ass up though.
Y'all still playing? You guys still playing?
You don't want these problems.
I ain't playing.
You don't want these problems.
You just heard him say his knees don't work. I just played in the Big Three way more recently.
I got one game a month for him anytime he wanted. But like being a defender, as I was saying, us defenders.
His ass.
Especially as a scorer, you know who the defenders are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys are great defenders. They're the top. They're the top of the top.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening as an offensive player, mentally, okay, these guys are going to give me a problem.
Yeah.
Right? The Bruce Bowens, the Toyanas, you, Kobe, all these guys, the Jason Kidds, they're going to
accept the challenge.
It's going to be, a war.
Yeah.
You heard him say me in there? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So when you have, you got to remember, because I was
a defender, bro. Don't do me like that.
No,
man wasn't no defender,
man,
bro.
Let the hibachi speak.
He was. They put him in as a defender.
Let him speak.
Because you got to remember, as a point guard, Jeff McGinnis wasn't going to guard me. The guard, so I had to go against bigger bodies. Yeah,
that
he
don't
probably
mean he's a defender.
Allow him to speak. Let the man talk.
He was a defender.
Nah, bro.
This is the man who was putting 60 on people when he's telling you that I was a defender. Why won't you believe him?
So what ends up happening is once you have success against a like, wait a minute, did I just hit him for 40? And he's 2. If he's the second, like he's all first
team in defense, I just gave him 40. That means second team ain't shit. Third team ain't shit. That means the rest of these, they're bums.
Yeah.
So now I go into the game, everybody's beneath me. Yeah. I just rock the second guard on all first team. The rest of y'all are not good enough.
Yeah.
We know the three-point thing, like you say, is kind of position is not. What would y'all say is the biggest difference from like when y'all first was in the league to now? Like what you notice is different. Is there any?
The biggest difference for me is just the rules. They make it's geared toward offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the rule changes, it puts the defensive player at a disadvantage. You used to be at a hand check and that's things like you can't touch nobody, you can't do nothing, you impeding progress. So it's like for the defender, you at a handicap.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of points being put up on the board. And we want to see points scored. So that's why it was done. It's exciting. You speed the game up, and that to me, that's the biggest difference.
I like how you speak up on defenders and you never been a defender. That's great. I love how you show us love. You're a defender now, though.
Yeah.
I watch you like you defend. They specifically put you on their best scores to stop them. So now you a defender.
Yeah, they
now.
Changed my role. I got a coach that was like, I got my scores, so you either gonna play defense or you gonna sit on the bench. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then I can't shoot the ball 20 times. I'm trying to lock somebody up that's gonna shoot the ball 20 times. So.
I always got respect for people like that because I feel like that's how I went in my career. I started out like coming out of college. It was like, I ain't never heard of playing defense. We ain't even play man-to-man in college. We played zone. I ain't even know principles or none. So it was like, man, you remember when I first got here, I'm like, I'm about to just score. Don't matter. I'm going to rebound and a score. Then went to Phoenix. They was like, nah, you ain't posting up no more. Just shoot. Then I went from there to like, nah, you about to play defense or get 60 put on you by Kobe and Melo and LeBron. I'm like, all right. Then I became a defender. So when I see people that start out like that, like you was a bucket getter, but now they put you on the best defender. Like, I got big respect for that.
Thank you.
You just explained all that and you ain't never been a defender in your life. Like, why you just sit here and just lie that whole little segment?
Say, bro, you need to quit it.
You ain't never been a defender
like,
in your
I know
life,
when we
bro.
was together as Clippers, I was just trying to get buckets and you was the Lone Ranger running out guarding whoever. Like, later in my career, bro, that's how I stick around.
I apologize for that.
So he gassed it. He wasn't a defender?
Yeah, that was, hold on, excuse me. This is not for you. Let's talk defender talk. You know what I'm saying? Real defender talk. You know, real defenders. Like I know,
he played with the Heat, and I played there. And his coach was my old coach.
You ain't a real defender though.
His other coaches was my teammates. He can ask.
Yeah, because like they got
was my teammate.
They got a system to help you for defense in Miami. Defense talk. You know, like when you average all these points, you hitting 40s in high school. You average all these points, you hitting 40 in high school. And then you get with Calipari and it's like you gotta adjust to it. But you adjust where people loving the way you play defense, loving the way you finish, and they took away how much good you can play on offense. So you get in the league and you get a couple of years in, and now you at the point where they looking for you to play offense and looking for you to do your thing. How was that transition for you? From defense to be like, man, I can really get a few buckets outside of these dunks if y'all go to me.
I think it came from, Spo not micromanaging my shots. We had that conversation. I feel like it was the end of my second year going into my third year. Was where it really started to like click, and he was like, all right, I can trust this kid. Because it'd be sometimes I'll check in the middle of the third and I'll play the whole fourth.
Yeah.
Like close games, it didn't matter. I was in the whole fourth. So like he started to trust me because he knew one thing I was gonna always do. Like I'm always gonna play hard. Like, that's a switch. Like that's always gonna happen. And the defensive side, I always think like my defense is better than anybody's offense. That's how I always thought.
Yeah.
And so when it came to getting buckets, it was like, all right, like, I'll do something good on defense and I'll try some shit.
Yeah. I got a free pass, right?
Yeah, I get a free pass. So like, So
yeah.
like, it was one of those things where I was growing, but every once in a while, I'd be like, man, let me try this first quarter. Let me see how this go. And I try it, I make it, I look at him. He don't give me no facial expression. At that point, it just kept building from there.
Man, I don't even know what just happened. This whole last question, ever since you tried me about the defense, I missed everything because
you ain't a defender. That's it. Everybody know it. Ain't no
listen,
secret.
we gonna settle this. I bet you we gonna see who got the most charges and steals and all that. Only thing you got me on is blocks. That's it. That's it.
How many charges you got? Way more blocks than you get.
What you talking about? Time out.
I got charges.
Hold on. This ain't about you right now because you ain't play over here in the Heat, so you don't even really understand real defense and what it really means right now. Let me learn them something. You feel me? Let's talk this real defender talk over here. Time out. This is a little standard around here. They know what they do around here when they talk about this. Are charges important?
Yeah.
Your charges is important. I'll tell you that.
But you don't do them. You don't take them.
That's because I get them on the glass.
No,
I'm a windshield wiper.
No. I'm getting a turnover and I'm getting a foul on that player at the same time.
If you hurry up and get your feet outside the circle, but I don't even got to do all that when I meet you.
You ain't got to hurry up and do nothing if you playing good defense, right?
Hey,
he meet him up there.
He meet him up top way more than he meet him down low.
Listen,
like, you take a charge here and there because you just in position.
I ain't got no.
As an athletic guy like me and himself, you get him on the glass. Now, you short little guys that's twos that shoot threes, y'all don't really be down there with the big folks. But it's all right, that's another story.
First of all, you trying to offend me. I'm not going to get highly offended like you trying to do because it's ridiculous the things you saying. It's not true.
I had a question, though. You interrupt my question because you're not a defender.
I didn't even get to my part. You did your whole defender talk. I didn't get to try and do my Heat thing. You tried to cut me off because you saw the point I was going to make. But go ahead. This is the immaturity I deal with on a daily basis. Daily basis.
I knew I wasn't going to be that offensive guy I was leaving Wake Forest because of, you already know, Dirk, Nash, Finn like that. I didn't need to score.
Yeah.
So I needed to find my niche. And I never forget this one practice. Donnie was like, you know why this rookie plays? Because he rebounds and he defends. And that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, finding that niche and getting us like an extra, 8 possessions, went a long way. And then defensively, QU was a defensive stopper. D-Miles, I ain't gonna say your D wasn't good. You was ready to meet people at the rim, but Q understood like, bro, I gotta be.
Yeah, you hear that D?
Man.
You hear that? Hey, hold up, time out.
Hold on. Q never played no fucking D, bro. I can't believe you said no shit like that.
Why is you acting like this right now? Me and Josh, this is somebody who we had to see each other. He know I played.
Stop that shit right now, bro. No.
Thank you. This is an ongoing debate.
No,
and I got
Josh.
proof in the flesh. Don't try to change your brother mind. He already told you his take.
Josh, don't get up on him.
Hey, man.
D-Miles, we played Phoenix a lot of series. Q Rich, Joe. Like, I had to guard them, they had to guard me, bro. And they played D. Now, granted, it was a high-scoring game, but they played defense. I can't shoot Q down like that.
He just want to hate, bro. He just want to hate, Josh. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no defensive stopper when we was in L.A. them first 2 years. I wasn't no defensive stopper, but like, I had to see Kobe, Ray Allen, him, who like every night it was. If I don't D up, I'm on a highlight. Where you at? I ain't on nobody's highlights getting just murdered.
This shit was going real good until you said some shit like that. Ain't no way in hell. Then you gonna say he a defender? You be like, oh yeah, D-Miles, you just meet him at the rim. Hell no.
You just block shots.
I had to go at Dirk, Kobe, T-Mac, and all that stuff. What you talking about?
You see how loud we get right now?
Fresh from high school.
I'm
coming from high school. I had to go at the best player.
You right,
D-Miles, you wasn't doing nothing but blocking shot, but you gonna get this motherfucker some props? Hell no, bro. Hey, we can end this shit right now. That shit there, wow. That's some wildest shit I done heard on Knuckleheads.
I appreciate it. We got it on wax now, baby. We got it on wax now, baby. Just as long as the world has heard that Q Rich was a defender and D-Miles was only a shot blocker. Now we can
That's
continue.
crazy. I never heard nobody say no shit like that.